Okay, so this is going to be a very in-depth sales training. I'm going to be going over a sales call that I had, which was probably my hardest sales call to date. In terms of getting the payment on the call and closing them on the call. And the reason I'm doing this is to sort of teach you what's going through my head, my body language, my psychology, what I'm thinking at any given moment, what I need to say, things like that. Because I think it's a very valuable thing, because there are a lot of things that I did on purpose here in order to get the payment on the call. And the reason for that is because I morally just never I would never feel okay selling something to someone that I know I couldn't help, first of all. So that's the reason that I strive to, close on the call, is because I genuinely want to help this person. And I know you guys are like, oh, cry me a fucking river, I don't care. I really don't care what you think, because that's the reality of it, and I know that's true. I actually just sent a message to a guy, who I've had two sales calls with now. We were going to have a third and sort everything out, payment, onboarding. I just sent him a message because I realized that he actually can't benefit. I can't really help him. Um, so I essentially just said, like, I don't want to help you. Well, I want to help you, but I just can't. This isn't the right program for you. I can refer you to some other guys that would help you, that have a bit more experience. So you know, I never want you guys to use this as a sort of thing. And I'm not making this video to say like I'm a master salesman, or I'm like fucking Jordan Belfort, closing on the call, whatever. But I'm doing this because, one, I think it's a very valuable lesson in order to be able to see how it works from beginning to end. Because this is the first ever sales call we've had. If you're in my program, you'll know the sort of processes that were taken before the call, like email sequences, booking the call, talking to them, getting them as a lead, etc. But this is really the final straw. So it's going to be long. It's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours long, but it is extremely valuable. I promise you that I'm going to explain everything that I do. I don't really have a sales script. I just have conversations with people. Obviously, I have a little bit of a thing that I like, a bit of a schedule on the call. So like, first couple of minutes is this, then we move on, etc. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And yeah, that'll be the sales training. So let's get into it. Oh,
Hello, my friend. How are you? Good.
Ahmed, there we go, my man.
How are you?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Sorry, my
Good.
camera's over there, so like I can't see, but I can see you, but I cannot look at you when I'm
No,
talking.
no worries. Okay, so with
Should I just skip?
the course is that, so there's a couple of things that I do at the start.
Brother,
So
how you
at the
doing?
start, my first thing that I do, okay, wait. So there's a couple of things I do at the start of every sales call. I'll just introduce myself. I will, ask them how they're doing, find out a little bit more about them, where they live, how's the weather, general just chit chat, breaking the ice, getting to know each other, and just seeing if there's actually like a cultural connection there. Because with it, whatever you're trying to do, whether it's a business or a coaching program or whatever, you should be striving to build a culture in your program or your agency or your business. So it's just kind of culture fit. See how we vibe, see how we get on. If they're dry, if they're an asshole, if they're cool, like Omid was. Um, it's a really a valuable thing. So that's what I do at the start. Just break the ice, get to know them a little bit, run them through how the call's going to go, and you'll see that in just a second.
I'm fine, thank you. Sorry, my
Good.
camera's over there, so like I can't see, but I can see you, but I cannot look at you when I'm
No,
talking.
no worries. Don't worry. All good, brother. How you doing, man? You good?
Fine, thank you. I mean,
Nice,
I
man.
woke up like 2 hours ago. It's
Whereabouts you
yeah, it's
located?
I'm Toronto. I'm at Toronto. It's 10 a.m. right now.
Toronto, Drake, Drizzy Drake's hometown, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, man. Sweet, brother. Awesome. Okay, well, if you don't mind, I just hopped off another call, so I'm back to back
Mhm.
here. Are you okay if we just get right into things, bro?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Sweet. So So this is something that probably a lot of you learn in sales trainings. I've never done like a formal sales training, but I've always heard it that it's a tactic. I don't really use it as a tactic, but is getting them to say yes a lot. So just like asking their permission, like it starts from the very start when you're talking to them in the DMs, or over email or whatever you're using to communicate. Is just asking for permission. You don't want to like force anything on them, because this trains them to say yes and to get them to go, just be a bit more comfortable with you, and see that you're not just trying to throw stuff at them. You want to ask for their permission. So like, are you okay if I send you a link to book in a call? Yeah, sure, that's cool. Send it. Okay, cool. Just let me know when you've booked in. Let me know if you have any questions. Cool. And then on the call, are you okay if we just get right into things? Just want to move things forward and not waste any of our time. Yeah, sure, let's get into it. Because I guarantee they don't want to just sit there and talk to you about, your life or whatever. So that's just a small comment there. Um, First of all, just give me a little bit of intro about yourself. Sort of your history, where you're from, and then obviously why you wanted
All right,
to,
sure.
why you decided to hop on a call to.
All right. So I'm from Iran, but 2 years or 3 years ago, I moved to Dubai and I lived there for 2 years. And then after that, I moved here. I moved to Toronto last month, or like, yeah, last month.
A big
And
change in temperature, dog.
yeah, exactly. But I like it cold here, so like
Okay.
the weather in Dubai wasn't just for me.
So you can see here, I just try to be myself on sales calls. I don't try to be too salesy, try and, be too formal, because it's a chat. Like it's just, I want to make it very relaxed. I don't want them to stress or think that anything's like underlying. So on sales calls, I'm very much myself. Now I'm a little bit more like on this video. Obviously, I'm a little bit more serious because I'm explaining what I'm doing. But on a sales call, I don't even like to call them sales calls. I like to call them strategy calls, and that you can see up here. That's what it's called, strategy session, because either way they come on the call. I try and give them a roadmap, so I give them everything that they need to succeed. You know, um, but most of the time, they need someone to help them actually implement all of those things. Excuse me. Um, So that's just a small comment, but just be yourself. Don't be too tense. Just have a conversation with someone. Try and relate to them as much as you can. Obviously, I know that Dubai and Canada are very different temperatures in different places. So that was just a comment that I added. I don't know why I said it, but I'm just being myself. So that's probably one of the most important things you can do, and one of the biggest takeaways that you must have for a sales call. Just
Uh,
too hot, eh?
yeah, it was actually it was too hot for me. And uh, so yeah, I've been doing video editing for like 10 years now, and I mean I'm 18. Yeah, a couple of months I'm gonna be 19, but like I started off editing when I was 9. But 2 years ago I started like an agency. So because I didn't want to do editing as like just editing, I wanted to do
Yeah.
more. I wanted to like have a higher ticket business actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, like I got 2 clients that I was doing like their social media marketing and I was managing their social media for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then right now, one of them is currently my client, and then I have another client right now. So like I have two, but the problem is that they're not actually that qualified. One of them is actually my crypto mentor. So like he's not paying me anything. I'm
Okay.
like managing his social media. I'm not editing his videos. I have an
Mm-hmm.
I hired an editor for him. So
Okay.
like she's editing the videos and everything. Just coming up with ideas and the scripts and everything. And the other client that I have, I'm getting like $600 for 15 videos a month.
Okay. So you can see here, that's another comment that I did want to add, is that I'm playing around with my pen, and it may look like just like regular, like okay. But the reason I'm doing this is so that I'm not just sitting there like very stone cold, so like looking dead into the camera, just being, yeah, cool. So it's just something that I use to like fidget, whether it's this or my Apple Pencil, or I'm playing with the microphone or something, and I actually do this on purpose. Like at the start, I'll have it next to me, and then like once they start going, I'll pick it up and I'll just be like, yeah, Okay. And the reason for that is, you don't have to put it in your mouth. I'm just saying, like, you can sit here and play with it like this, and just it's just something to have you like loosen you up, have you a little bit more, comfortable, so that you're not just sitting there with your hands on your lap, wondering what you need to be doing. So it's just something to keep your hands busy, keep you engaged, and actually keep your attention on the person that's talking, because that's the most important thing. So small comment there. Okay, that's like
Yeah,
short form.
yeah, exactly. It's just short form for Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sweet dude. And you don't edit anymore, or do you edit sometimes, or you just have a team?
For the clients that paying me, I'm editing for them because I mean, like, there's a shortage of editors in Iran actually, because both of my clients are Persians. So
Okay.
like I can hire an English speaker editor for them. I have to find like a Persian one, and it's actually really way harder to
I can
find it.
imagine.
Like, yeah, because like right now you can find like someone from Philippines or like I don't know, India or Pakistan, someone to edit it for you. But when it's in a specific language, there's
Yeah,
like
no,
a way lower
it's
amount of people
incredibly
that can
hard.
actually do it. So yeah, I'm doing the editing for them,
Okay.
the ones that's paying me $600, and the other services that I provide.
So particularly for my sort of program, this is something that I'm going to leverage later on in the call. The reason that you ask them to tell them about themselves, what they're currently doing, what their goals are, etc. The reason that you do that is because you're trying to find pain points that you can leverage later on in the call when you are, um, suggesting your program or suggesting a solution to them. So this is something I'm going to leverage heavily. Is that he's like a college student. He likes to go to the gym. He's a stud. Shout out Omid. But he's editing all of the things himself, which is really the grunt work and the first thing that you should be outsourcing as a video, like a content agency. So that's something I'm going to leverage on heavily. I'm going to be like, so like, dude, like, you're still editing yourself. Don't you think you'd have more time to get more clients if you had an editor? They'll probably be like, oh, like, yeah, yeah, I didn't really think of that. Yeah, that would make sense. So small thing there, but that's something I'm going to use to leverage, and that's one of the biggest things is you want to have leverage on your sales calls in the DMs, as a service provider every time. Like, you always have to have leverage and have the upper hand, and that doesn't mean keeping them down and just keeping them in a spot where they can't have the power and the leverage, but it's maintaining the control and the flow of the sales call. Because if you guys just get into a general conversation, it's hard to go from talking about their kids and how their family's doing and how they're going to go and have Thanksgiving with their grandparents to, okay, dude, so you want to join my program and pay me a lot of money? Like, it's a very hard pivot to make. So having leverage on the sales call is probably one of the most important things you can keep. It's very hard to maintain it throughout the entire time, and if you lose it, it's almost impossible to get it back. So try and maintain your leverage and find things that you can use as leverage.
Are so like I write the ideas with them. So like there are two things that I do with them. It's writing the ideas and writing the scripts. I do most of the parts, but like they're the specialists in their field. They're like they're the experts in their niche. So like sometimes they have something more to say in an idea or in a script.
Mm-hmm.
But after the script is finished, this is the thing that they do it themselves. They record the video and then they send it back to me. I edit the video. I write down the caption and everything, and then it's good to go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, that's nice. No, I definitely get what you mean about like the niche editors, because I had a French client once when I was a freelancer, because my parents have moved to France when I was young, and I speak French and everything. So here, like, again, I'm just trying to relate to him. So trying to get him to know that, like, I know exactly what he's going through, because at the moment he's editing videos in a certain language, Persian, okay, And like I know what that's like because I used to do that in French because, like I said, there, my parents moved to France. I speak French, lived there, so it's just building that trust, building that relatability, and the know, like, and trust factor. So, like, yeah, small comment there, but quite important to keep maintaining throughout the entire process. No, I know what you
Yeah,
mean because he was like
you could really use that here.
Oh yeah, of course, in Toronto and
Yeah,
Montreal and Quebec and yeah,
Montreal.
okay.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, no, I want to come to. I might be coming to Montreal in December, actually. Some of my
nice. I'd love to see
agency
you.
clients. Yeah, dude, we must meet up if I do. But some of my agency
Yeah.
clients might be flying me out there. So that'll be cool.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so I'm just going to give you a little run through about. I think thank you for the introduction first of all. But are you okay if I just give you a little run
No,
through of how the calls usually go?
sure.
Kind of just the structure and everything. So cool. Okay. So there you can see what I did what I said earlier is just asking for permission, constantly asking like, are you okay with this? Like, can I do this? Yeah, okay, just to get them more comfortable saying yes. I don't know if it actually works. I just like to do it just because I don't want to be like, okay, dude, let's get into this. I'm going to try and sell you now. Even though I tell them at the start is, you'll see what I say now. I don't try and sell. I just have a conversation, but again, asking for permission. About five minutes of chit chat there, just getting to know them a little bit, finding a bit more about their situation, and then I'm going to dig even deeper now. You're going to see this is an intro that you're going to see in a second that I use for every single one of my sales calls, and it just like gets them to loosen up a little bit, and it really helps with the just the process of actually seeing like them seeing me as not only the authority figure but also relating to me, so they think or they see that like we are the same person, like I was at some point. So it's just getting them to be like, oh, like I can look at this guy as a friend, not a salesman. So you'll see what I do here, and I'll stop it in just a minute, but pay attention to this because this is one of the most, I think, important things that I do. Okay. So it's getting summer here and my asthma's coming back. So every now and then I'll just take a deep breath and stuff.
It's fine.
Excuse me for that. So
No worries.
okay. So the way that these calls usually go is that it like I tell this to every single person. I want you to think of me as like a doctor. Okay. You came to me because you had a problem, whether that's client acquisition, whether it's lead flow, whether it's service delivery, one of those problems, okay, or something else. You came to me because you were interested in my content, etc., etc. So I want you to think of me as a doctor, okay? You came to me because you had a problem. I'm going to try and diagnose that problem and then offer you the complete solution to it, okay? If I can't offer you the solution, I'm not going to offer you anything because, there's no point in you paying me for coaching or mentoring and then me not getting you results. It just looks bad on
Yeah.
me. So that is the opening line that I use for everyone, the doctor line, okay? Because I tell them, think of me as a doctor. You're coming to me because you've got a problem. I'm going to try and diagnose that and then offer you the complete solution. I don't know why. I just thought of this. I didn't see it anywhere, call it the doctor framework. Sounds cool. Maybe it'll be popular one day. But I use this on every single one, and it's true because I'm not going to offer them something that I can't help them with. One, because I'm not morally okay with doing that, and two, it just ruins my reputation, which is one of the most important things to me is my reputation and maintaining it. So I just like to make it clear that if I can help him, I will. I'm going to try my best. If I can't, then I'm not because there's nothing I can do. So it just gets their guard down again, makes them feel like we're just having a general conversation and there's nothing to stress about. So I would use that if I were you. It works really well and it just gets their guard down and helps you sort of set the tone for the rest of the call. And ruins my reputation, which is to me one of the most important aspects about myself is that I'm true to my
It
word.
is. Yeah.
You can see that. So that's how the call goes. Okay. I'm just going to ask you a little bit more now about sort of your goals, find out what direction you're wanting to go in. And then we can go over a couple of options for you in terms of client acquisition, service delivery, niche, growing the agency, things like that. and then at the end, if we figure it's a good fit, and I feel like I can help you, I'm going to make you an offer, and then I'm going to insist that we move forward because the only thing between you and me and the people that you admire and aspire to be like in terms of money and success is that they took action. Okay, so I'm going to insist that we take action, and then we can go from there. Does that sound good? So that is something that I learned while I was on a sales call with somebody else, and they were actually trying to sell me. It was actually my coach. So Grayson, if you're watching this, thank you, because this is one of the best things that I've ever learned is that I tell this to people that it like only to people that it applies to is that like the only difference between you and where you want to be, okay, is taking action. And that's true. The only difference between you and someone who's making more money than you is one, yes, they have more experience, they have more money, whatever, but is they took action. The only reason that they're there is because they decided to take action, whether it's investing in someone, investing in a program, or just investing in themselves. Is they took action. And I say this at the start or at the end. I say, like, I'm exactly where you want to be in 6 months, and I can help you get there. That is probably one of the most powerful sentences in sales, because as soon as they see themselves in you, it's game over. Okay, as soon as they see themselves in you and they see the future that it can have if you are selling down, which means you're selling to people less successful than you, quote unquote. It's one of the most powerful things you can use. So that's another thing. Write that down. Use it. It's insanely powerful.
All right. Yeah, amazing.
Awesome. So and you can see there that I asked for permission yet again. I think that's the third or fourth time now. What is your agency currently doing now in terms of revenue, and what is your goal in the next, let's say, 4 months?
So right now, in terms of revenue, is just the client that I told you, it's like 600
Okay.
bucks a month. That's it, because I told you the other one is just like the owner of the the
Yeah,
team,
he's
basically.
mentoring you.
He's my crypto mentor. Which actually,
Okay.
I actually like that more because it's been more profitable than the other one that's paying me 600 bucks, although they're not paying me anything. And so yeah, 600 bucks is the revenue right now, and the goal for the next couple of months is to reach like at least 2, 3, 4K a month.
Okay.
And then
So you
get it next. Yeah.
So if we were to work together, because I'll run you through this later, but the program is about 4 months long. If we could get you to like 5K a month, 6K a month, would you consider that a success?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
in 4 months, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because I don't know if you had time to... Oh, for fuck's sakes. Sorry.
On Google. Crypto niche is good, I guess, but
to having an agency doing, if we could get you to like 5K a month, 6K a month, would you consider that a success?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
in 4 months, yeah.
Okay. So the reason that I asked him that is because, like, if you don't know me, there's a video on my channel. I scaled my content agency to 10 or 11K a month in about 6 months, and we still do that consistently now. But I do try and preface that, like, not everyone's going to get there. Like, yes, my program is 4 months. Yes, we're striving to get you to 10,000 a month in those 4 months, but it may not happen. But if we shoot for 10K and we fall short of that, let's say we only get half, that's still 5, 6K a month. And to most people, that's a massive, massive increase in their income. So, then we do want to be striving for more, because if we do fall short, at least we fell short, and it's still a sizable amount. So that is the expectation that I'm going to try and set, because I truly believe that in 4 months, if they do every single thing that the program consists of, and they follow what I tell them to do, like, I genuinely believe that they can get to 3, 4, 5K a month. So that's why I say that. You'll see in a second what else I say, but yeah, that's just a small comment there. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't know if you had time to watch. Did you have time to watch the YouTube video that got sent out to your email?
I didn't receive. Let me check.
Okay.
I think I didn't receive.
So the reason that I asked this is because I don't know where I heard this. One of my clients told me this is that it takes 7 hours of someone consuming your content to go from a no to a hell yes. And nurturing them, that's what YouTube is mainly for me. I don't really want to go viral. I use it as a nurturing mechanism for people that I bring in through Instagram. So I always ask them if they had the chance to watch this, just because they'll understand and they'll know my story a little bit more. It's always better if they watch it, but if they don't, I just give them a brief rundown. So that's what I'm going to do now.
Receive or something.
Yeah, I'm having some problems with that email automation software, but all good. It's not important. Sorry. But one of
No,
the
nothing's sent to me. Oh yeah, it is.
nothing.
I just found it. Wait.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah,
You don't have.
it is. Yeah, my bad. That was my bad.
All cool, all good. But basically, one of the things that I touch on there is like how I scaled my content agency, because I have the exact same agency as you. I went from zero, being a freelancer editing videos, to having an agency doing 11K a month, 10 and a half, 11K a month, in 6 months. And it took me 6 months to hit my first one.
Nice.
Okay. And I'm not saying that to brag or to try and belittle you. I'm saying that purely because one, it gives me a little bit of authority, but two, the fact that you are only 18, which surprises me. You look like a fucking 28-year-old.
Bro, I don't know. This is the third time I've been getting this in the last 3 days. I swear to God.
It's the beard. It's the beard, bro. It's the beard.
Everyone's telling me it's severe. I don't know. I have to shave it off.
No, keep it. It looks badass. But I'm only 19. Okay. But the fact that I did that, one, gives me authority, but two, I try and always state the fact that sorry, I was just opening a window. If I knew what I knew now, I could have got there in fucking 2 or 3 months, dude. Like, genuinely. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you, because I can't guarantee anything. Okay. But do you have any sort of idea what kind of niche you would want to go into with this? Do you have any camera equipment, or do you just do editing? Do you want to, what kind of thing would that be? So here I'm just trying to set the expectation. Like, genuinely, okay, if I was to start again from scratch and I was to do the same thing, like, I could probably hit my first $10,000 month in like 3 months. And that is because, one, I have the drive to do it, and I know exactly the steps that I would take in order to do that. But secondly, I clarify that, like, I'm not trying to guarantee and give them false hope, because that's the biggest thing that I don't want to come off as that guy. And I tell them, like, you'll see later on the call, like, I clarify that it is going to be a fucking hard journey. Like, they're going to struggle. Like, there's going to be times where they think it's not going to work. There's going to be times where they think they're going to run out of money. There's going to be times where they think they're not going to get clients. Like, it's going to be hard. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be a breeze whatsoever, because I want to give these guys a bit of a reality check, and I want to be different from all of the other people that are like, oh, dude, easy, you'll cruise to 10K a month. Like, easy. Like, I'll say, yeah, dude, like, if you follow the steps I give you, it'll take effort, but you most probably will be at like 2, 3, 4, 5K a month in the next, couple months. And that's true. I believe that. But I just want to give these guys a bit of a reality check, because a lot of people in the space, they've probably hopped on sales calls. You'll see later. He's hopped on sales calls actually with one of my boys, before me. So, and I'm not, obviously I'm not saying he does this. I know that he doesn't, because he's a really good guy. But there's definitely other people in the space that try and sell you something, and give you false hope. Like, oh, dude, if you join, you'll be at 10K a month in like 6 months. Like, easy. If you just follow every single step, you will. And that may be true, but I don't know that for sure to be true about my program. Okay, I can't say, because I can give them the steps, but if they don't take action, then it's not my fault. So I just try and give these guys a little bit of a reality check, because I want to be fresh. I don't want to be that guy that's always the same as everybody else. So that's just a small thing there.
Yeah, so I was actually talking to Julian Corzo like a couple of days ago. I mean,
Julian's my
yeah,
boy. Shout out Julian.
yeah. I mean, I got a call with him for like the same thing here, and then I told him that I'm looking forward to, I mean, same as my crypto mentor. I think like a crypto niche is good, I guess, but I talked to a couple more people. Actually, I have like an appointment after this, and the other person that.
So that comment right there, like, completely threw me off. Okay, because he was like, oh yeah, like I had a call with Julian. Obviously, I know Julian. We're in the same program. We were in America together a couple of weeks ago. And then he was like, oh yeah, and I've got another sales call after this one just to kind of like feel it out. So, I was like, in my head when he said this, I was like, fuck, like, it's a feeler. Like, I call them feelers. Like, they just go around feeling out people, feeling the programs. That's fine. I also did that at one stage. But they are annoying, and I understand that now. But in my head, I was like, fuck, it's a feeler. It's a feeler. So, this is really the most challenging. This is why it was the most challenging, is because, one, he had a call previously with one of my boys who is pretty much, like, I wouldn't say he's a competitor, because we do sort of do different niches, but he had a previous call with someone who's in almost the same niche as me, and he had a sales call after this one with someone who's in the same niche as me, I think. So, in my head, I was like, fuck, I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to get the close, but we'll see later on how I handle it. This is just one of those things that threw me off. But without further ado, let's just get straight back into it. I don't want to make this too long, but I am trying to give you guys as much detail and as much in-depth analysis as I can.
I talked to, I actually don't remember the name. It's so bad. I have to.
Who's your appointment with after this?
I don't know. Let me see. So it's for kind of like the same thing, for like coaching and like a program or something. It's called Max Musgrave, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong.
That's me, my man.
Max. Wait, no, that's you. Sorry, Christian.
So this is another thing. Sorry for stopping the video so soon, but this is another thing that like completely threw me off, because he was like, I was like, who's your appointment with after this? And he was like, oh, it's with Max Musgrave. I was like, that's me, my man. So at this point, I was like, fuck, like, this is like going to be a waste of my time. And like, these couple of minutes are the hardest minutes that I've had to navigate ever in a sales call. You're going to see how I do it in just a second, but that is just another thing on top of him having a call booked after this one. So, you'll see how I handle it in just a second, but, that's like, I was laughing at that. Omid, if you're watching this, my boy, I'm sorry for exposing you like this, but, this was a crazy curveball that I had.
Christian Aichu. I'm like, I wrote all the appointments back to back. So yeah, Christian Aichu. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Christian
that's
Aichu.
Funny.
Yeah, it was so bad.
That's Sorry. Me, my man.
So yeah,
all good.
So yeah, they told me that the crypto niche is actually not that good. Actually, they gave me like a couple of good reasons, and then I thought that maybe personal training and fitness is also a thing that I can relate to. I have like experience in it, and I think I can relate to my clients if I go into that niche. I actually did a couple of videos for like samples, but I didn't record them. They just gave me the videos and I edit the videos,
Okay.
So I have them as samples, kind of.
Okay. The crypto niche, I agree with Julian. Julian's my boy. I was actually with him in Arizona at an event the other week. So yeah, no, crypto, I agree with him. Crypto is not a very good niche. Personal trainer / fitness influencer is a good one, but you can't really charge that higher prices. For you, I would probably recommend getting into more YouTube stuff, just because it's a lot more profitable. You charge like $25, $35 a minute, And you can get some really, really good editors for like $10 a minute. Or if you want to edit them yourself, that's still a good rate. That's what we charge in my agency.
Or short form content or like the long form?
No, for YouTube videos.
Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
So like for my agency, for example, we're like I have the exact same agency as you. Um, I'm at Again, I just want to add a comment there. Again, that's just another thing that I'm trying to do to relate to him because it's true. I do have the exact same agency that he wants to start or that he already has. Like cruising at like 10, 11K a month now with 3 clients. And the reason for that is because I charge
Nice.
very high ticket prices and and we provide a premium service to them. Okay. So
Hmm.
that's one of the things that I try and teach people the most in my program is that you can either position yourself as a premium service and service a very, very niche, very. So this is where I start getting into, more of the game plan, I would say. Excuse my double chin. Um, this is where I start getting into more of the game plan. So actually giving him like value that he can take and implement if he doesn't decide to join. Because either way, like my goal is to either like help them and give them clarity. If I can just give them like one piece of advice that changes their business, then I think I did good. So either way, it's just give them the game plan. If they want to work with me, then cool. If they don't, then I hope they go and implement it for themselves. But the chances are 99% of people aren't going to actually take what I say seriously, and it's a pity because it could genuinely help them. So, I'm just trying to give as much value as I can, show that I actually am trying to help, which is what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm making this video. I'm sitting here on a fucking Wednesday afternoon or Tuesday afternoon, recording a 2 hour long video. So I'm just trying to do this to give him some advice that he can take. He can either position himself as a premium service or just a regular service. There's pros, there's cons to both. So small thing there, but important. Give value on your sales calls before you actually try and close. A small group of clients, or you can position yourself as first of all, like position yourself as a premium product, or you can just position yourself as the normal everyday content agency. And
I
the
see.
two are very different in terms of what prices you can charge, but also the clients that you serve and the service that you provide. Okay. So that's sort of the thing that I like to encourage is to position yourself as a premium product because you can work with three clients and get to 10K a month in rev at 70% profit margins. Um, so that's one thing that I try and preach, and that's something I think you should think about as well. But I want to know because I'm curious as well. Because obviously you're booking a lot of calls with people in the same sort of space, right? Um,
Yeah.
I want to know what are you looking for?
So it's kind of hard to tell because I'm looking for a good program that's gonna help me overcome the obstacles that I'm.
So this is something that you should probably do before the sales call. I didn't do it. It's just qualifying. So like what are you actually looking for, dude? Like, obviously you're on this call because you think I can help in some sort of way, but what are you actually looking for? Are you looking for a mentor? Are you looking for a course? Are you looking for a program? Like, do you want someone to help you get there, or do you want to lone wolf it and spend more time trying to figure things out for yourself? Which is what I did and what I actually regret doing a lot. Um, but like what are you actually looking for? Like I want to know, like, because it helps me sort of give them and guide them in the right direction. Like if they're looking for a course, then this program is not for them. If they want a coach and a mentor that is in the position that they want to be in, then I can help them. It just depends on what they want. So find out what your clients want, offer them the solution. That's sales in a nutshell.
Seeing in the journey right now.
What
But the
obstacles are you
problem,
seeing?
so the first couple of obstacles is to creating his personal brand because I was creating my personal brand. I mean, it's the same page that I sent you a text with, but it's in Farsi. It's in my language, and I have to change that in English
Yeah,
because I want to get like international
clients.
clients.
Yeah.
And so like the first problem was that I don't know what to post. Like, what the hell should I post in English? Because I
Hmm.
was posting like editing tips in Farsi, but I don't want to do that in English because I don't want to come off as an editor. I want to like come up
Come
as
off
in
as
like
an
an
agency
agency
owner.
owner. Yeah,
Got you.
exactly. So I don't know what to talk about on my page. That's the first one. And then like after that, Julian told me like the best way. I think that's the same thing, same way I found you. I think I found you through your ads. And then Julian
Yeah.
told me like it's the best way to get like guaranteed clients is by running ads, which I believe it's true because like you get what you ask for other than going for like organic content.
Yeah. No, you do. And
And
the sorry,
yeah,
finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, please.
So I just got off a call with another guy before this. I told you at the start, and he joined the program, and he got referred to me by another guy that I know that I was actually with last week. And the thing is, all of these other guys, like Julian, for example, Julian is like fucking the funniest guy you'll ever meet, dude. He's such a good guy. Um, but most of these guys are dealing with sort of sort of higher ticket, more experienced agencies that are doing
Mm-hmm.
over like 5K a month, you know. And for you in your position right now, would you be able to afford, let's say, like 1,500 bucks a month in ad spend?
No, that's the thing. So like
Yeah,
I don't right now I don't have any like money in, there's no cash
yeah.
flow that I mean there is, but like it's not that much that I can
It's
afford
not.
like
It's not.
paying
Yeah.
1,500 bucks a month for ads.
Okay.
So I mean the reason that I couldn't afford
You couldn't afford that and the ads.
yeah, I mean like the program itself was too much for me for my
Mm-hmm.
position right now. I thought I believe that it's gonna help me 100%
Yeah.
by my like conversation with Julian and what I saw from him. I believe that it's gonna help me, but I genuinely couldn't afford it.
Okay.
And I said I'm gonna join the program after I have like a couple of either more clients or like higher ticket clients.
Okay. Okay. Sweet, dude. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say is that most of these guys are trying to just teach this paid ads acquisition strategy, which is good. It works, dude. Like that's how you got on a call with me. You know, it definitely works.
Yeah.
But I resonate a lot with what you're saying because I was in your position exactly like 10 months ago, 9 months ago. I didn't have any money in. Well, I did, but very little. I couldn't afford ads, first of all, and I just had to rely on outbound, but a specific type of outbound, not just cold DMs, cold emails, whatever. Um, and no, I resonate a lot with you, so that's why I was just asking. So the reason that I say this is because it's true. I resonate a lot with this guy because I was in his exact position 10 months ago, like I said. Like I genuinely was. I was still editing videos. I didn't have consistent clients. I didn't have money to spend on ads, and I was getting all of my clients off of cold DMs and cold emails. Um, and you know, the reason that I say this is to relate to him. Again, relatability, getting that know, like, and trust factors in. But also just because I was being genuine, like I genuinely resonate with this guy. I know what he's going through. I know how hard it is to go from 0 to like 2, 3K a month. And maintain that. So I know exactly what that is, and you'll see later on in the call. That's what I'm going to explain how to do, and I'll literally give him the roadmap in order to do it, because I just want to help the guy. But yeah, that's like biggest thing is relatability.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you need someone that, because obviously you are in the market looking for a mentor, or a coach?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do you feel like you need someone who's gonna get you to where you want to be, but it may take okay, I don't know how to say this without sounding salesy. Okay. I'm in
Don't worry,
exactly
bro.
the
Don't worry.
position. I'm in exactly the position that you want to be in. Okay. I'm
Mm-hmm.
you like 6 months down the line. I was you 9 months ago. Okay. I was in your position. I had your exact issue, and I say this with, like, if you'd watch the video, you'll see there's like a section in that YouTube video where I cry when I get my first freelance client. It wasn't even an agency client. That was my freelance client. Like I'm crying, and there's a video in there.
Yeah,
So
I
if you want
feel
to check that
that.
out,
Yeah, I feel that
yeah. So it's
because
like
I
it's
got I
such
got
a
my
big
like first.
achievement.
Yeah, it is. I got my like first freelance client. I think it was a couple of years ago. It was like, 3 or 4 years ago, but it didn't, it wasn't consistent. So like I was getting referred to someone that like
Yeah.
from I don't know, like yeah, I mean like there were a couple of friends that were of my father. They were doing like a program. I got like my father told them that I can record, I can edit their videos, I can make an advertisement for them. And then
Hmm.
like I made two and then that was it. And then for a couple of months after that, that was the next client as like a freelance editor I got. So like it was not consistent at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like I got my first few clients. I got my all of my first few clients with cold DMs on Instagram for freelancing.
Mhm.
But that one, it wasn't consistent, but I did manage to get all of them on monthly retainers, which is I think the biggest thing. Sorry. Excuse me.
Of course.
I think the biggest thing for you as well would be trying to shift your offer and your pricing into a more of a monthly recurring revenue standpoint. If you ask
Yeah.
Julian, he fucking loves monthly recurring revenue.
Yeah.
um, but no, that would definitely be the biggest thing for you is one, not relying on paid ads. Okay, which is
Mhm.
I scaled my agency without paid ads, like nothing. I didn't use paid ads for my agency. I'm using them now for this offer because I have the money to be able to do that. But the reason that I say that is one, because it's true. You'll notice that I say that a lot, just because I'm trying to be truthful. I'm just a good person. But the reason I say that is because every other coach that he's been on a call with has been trying to, sell him on how to get clients with paid ads, and which isn't a bad thing. Okay, like that's what I do as well. Like, but if they're over a certain threshold, um, so you know, for him to be in the position that he is, where he isn't bringing in a lot of money, he doesn't have a lot of money to spend on paid ads and spend on even a program like this. It's a lot. It's a big risk, and I understand that because I was, like I said, I was in the exact same position, and I don't just say that lightly. I was. Um, so again, I tell him, like, I know, like, there's different ways. Like, there's ways that we can get you up to there. I personally scaled my agency to 10K a month without paid ads. And I did it purely off of Upwork, which I'll reveal in a couple of minutes, I think. But I tell that to him, to relate to him, and tell him, like, give him that like, that belief change that it's possible. Like, you can get to 10K a month without paid ads. It's very possible. You just need to go and do it. So that's a side note there. But do that, relate, actually connect with your prospects. I didn't
Yeah,
scale
that's true.
them now, so I know exactly how you feel, brother. Is this what you do full time? Like, do you still live with your parents, or have you moved out, or?
No, I'm here alone. I mean, like my dad's here, but like he's here just like as a vacation. He's here. He's
Okay.
traveling here. He's not staying here. I'm here alone, but I go to college. I'm studying marketing. I just went to college just because of the visa and the PR and like the passport they give it here.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's so easy to get it through college, so I don't really care about college that much. Not that much. I don't care about college at all. So like, but I
Love
mean,
it.
like the good thing about it is that I'm studying marketing, so like it's not that like off the chart. It's not that
Yeah.
different from what I'm doing right now full time, but it still takes a like not huge amount. I don't give
Hmm.
it him a huge amount of time, but like it still takes time, kind of.
Yeah.
But like
Okay.
the rest of the day, I'm just doing this or going to the gym. That's it.
Okay. No, I love it. Can see those guns already, buddy.
Yeah.
Um. Um. Okay, dude. Well, listen. I'm not gonna fluff it up anymore. You are like you. You're right for the program. Okay. I see a lot of myself in you, and are you born in 2004, 2005?
2005 May. Yeah.
2005. Okay. Yeah. So you're a bit younger than me. Doesn't fucking look like it. Um, but no, dude, I know you've got another call lined up, but dude, you're the perfect fit for the program. So this is where I kind of transition into sort of, you know, the pitch essentially. I don't like calling it that, but it is. Um, because I'm done now. Like, I'm done digging. I know exactly what I need to know in order to know if I can actually help him or if he's not right for the program, and he is. Like, if I like wet dream client, like 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 you know, perfect fit, like got the drive, got the motivation, has everything he needs to succeed. He just needs the motive, like he needs someone counting on him, and that is what most people need. Very few people have, and I'm going to tell him that in a second. I think very few people have that motivation to just do it themselves. So to have someone like me counting on you, and like I'm counting on you to succeed. I'm rooting for you. I'm checking in on you every single day. um, you know, so that's probably the biggest thing, and this is sort of the transition, and you'll see how I transition from you know, digging into his current issues and where what his goals are and etc., to now being, you know, like, so like, what's going through your mind, dude? Like, I know you got another call scheduled after this, but I want to know what you're thinking so I can actually you know, provide a solution to you whether you decide to join or not. It probably sounds a lot like
Mhm.
Julian's program, and the reason for that is because Julian and I have the exact same coach and mentor. So that's why we were at the event together. So it
Oh
is a
yeah.
16-week, yeah, it's a 16-week program. Okay, 4 months, um, and that consists of weekly one-on-one calls. So every week, you and me hop on a 1 hour call, and you know, we go through your game plan, we go through what you're feeling, what you know, what you're feeling bad about, what you're feeling good about, see if you're picking up any momentum. We look at your finances together and evaluate at what point can you get to ads, because the goal is, first of all, to join, okay, to get you signed up and ready to go, and then next week sometime we'd book a onboarding call. The goal would be to get you in the first month or two, to just get you to the point where what you're bringing in is covering the cost for this program.
Mhm.
Okay. That's the first goal. So then there's no money going out of your account, but there's no money coming in. You're just at break even. Okay. So, for reference, the program is either 3K upfront or $250 a week US. Okay.
Mhm.
So the goal in the first side note, don't do this. This was a sort of Hail Mary play, just because I didn't personally think that he was going to close. So I just thought I'd get it over and done with, see what his reaction was, read his body language. You can see as soon as I say that, he goes and he writes it down. At least I think he does. That's what it looks like he's doing. Um, so after I tell someone the price, I do this like every time. Like, I will, you know, I'll look at their body language, I'll see what they're thinking, I'll see how they, like, what I'll try and study them. And the reason for that is because I want to know if I should even continue talking or if I should be like, so what do you think of that? Like, how does that sound to you? um and if they're comfortable, if they look like they're comfortable with it, I'll keep talking, keep going through and running them through what it actually consists of. um or if they're like, their eyes get a little bit wider, I'm like, what's going through your mind? Like, what's the issue? Because I want to try and understand what, you know, where I went wrong in the sales call, or what they like reacting so harshly to. So just a little side note there, don't do that. Rather wait until the end of explaining your service, ask them if they have any other questions. They'll probably be like, yeah, the last question I have is like, what's the price? Then you tell them the price. So rather try and wait for them to ask you the price instead of you telling them. It's a mistake I made, but we'll see how I sort of pivot out of it. First, see, I can't guarantee anything, but if you do what I tell you to, the fact you should, the program should be paying for itself in like the first month. Okay.
Mhm.
So another side note, that is true. That is what I believe. Okay. Like I said, I can give them everything they need to do. Like, if they take action on it, it probably will. Okay. Everything that they do, it probably will. That is like what I wholeheartedly believe. So that's the first goal. And then the second and third month is just going to be to scale up the agency. So to get it to a point where you are able to start filming your own content, building your personal brand, and scaling up ad spend. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah.
Again, another side note, just after everything, does that make sense? Like, does that make sense to you? Like, getting them to say yes. Does that make sense? Keep making sure that they're on track and on the same page. So I like to think of it as going in steps. Okay. So yeah, you obviously you have access to the course whenever you want. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
course isn't the value in this isn't in the course. It's in the one-on-one coaching with me and having access to me over Slack DMs like whenever you want. So if you have a problem,
Right.
you're having some limiting beliefs, you're having some bad thoughts, you tight on money, you're having relationship problem, I don't care what it is, like I'm here to help you with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you just shoot me a DM, shoot me a voice note, whatever. We'll sort it out. And if it's really urgent, then we'll just hop on a call outside of the regular coaching calls. Because at the end of the day, I would be your new sort of mentor. Um, but yeah, the value isn't in the course; it's in the coaching with me, and obviously the people that you gain access to from working with me and all of those
Right.
lovely things. So that's pretty much it. That's a sort of just a bird's eye view of everything. So month one, covering cost of program. Month two, scaling up agency. Month three, running ads, getting clients. Month four, fuck bitches, get money.
Yeah, that's amazing. I especially love the last month.
Are
Uh,
you?
yeah, I'm just
Sorry,
hoping for that one.
are you? If you don't mind me asking, are you said you're from Iran? Are you Muslim or
Yeah,
Muslim?
yeah, I am. Yeah,
Okay.
I am. But yeah, it's hard to tell because
So the reason that I said that was just to try and loosen things up after the pitch. I wasn't trying to like be like, yeah, so it's 250 a week. Are you gonna pay now? Can I send you the payment link? I was just trying to be very loose, kind of, loosen everything up, like take his guard down a little bit. So try and do that after every pitch you can. Get them to laugh a bit, have a little bit of a chit chat as we're gonna do now, and then get back into it. Just take their guard down, loosen them up, try and make them feel like they can be comfortable, which they can.
like it's what do you call it? Like it's really complicated. So yeah, I am a Muslim, but
Okay.
you
Habibi,
know,
come to Dubai.
yeah, bro, that's what you hear 24/7 in Dubai. I swear to God, bro. Everywhere you go, you see someone holding the phone like this. Habibi, come to
Habibi.
Dubai.
Oh, that's priceless, dude. That's so funny. Oh my.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
yeah.
cracked
Dubai
myself
is
up.
amazing. Just the weather. Dubai is amazing. Just the weather is a problem.
Yeah, no, I've heard my clients that I said were gonna maybe fly me out. They live in Dubai now as well. So
Hmm.
yeah. But yeah, dude, like I said, that's just a bird's eye view of the program.
Right.
That's all the deliverables. What do you like I said, you're the perfect fit. And the only difference between you and where you want to be is taking action. So just
Right.
what are you thinking at the moment?
So, I mean, this program is way more affordable for me than Julian's, but I mean, the same thing is that. Wait, hold up. Wait, let me do a calculation right
So over the 16 weeks, if you pay weekly, it adds up to 4K. If you pay in full,
now.
adds up to 3K. But like I said, the goal in the first month to 2 months is to get you to the point where it's paying for itself.
Right. Yeah, the thing is that right now, most of the money is coming from my parents, and I mean, as I told you, like I can't afford myself.
Okay, this is where shit starts to hit the fan and shit gets real. This is where the inner Jordan Belfort in you comes out. No, I'm kidding. But this is really where you've got to kind of navigate very carefully. You got to tiptoe, and you actually have to, um, you kind of have to navigate these issues of like, okay, so good point that he made earlier. Like this program is a lot more affordable for me. There we go. Like that's a first win. Um, then he goes into, but there's always a fucking but. But my parents, like, like I'm a college student. My parents are paying for most of my things. Like, like, um, I don't know, like, it's my parents' money and they give it to me, and you'll see how I handle that in just a second. But that's just sort of an annoying thing that happens, but it does happen, and the way that you navigate it will actually determine the outcome of the sale. So
right now. But the
mm.
thing is that the money that I'm getting is just for college and rent. But I think I can
there's
work with that.
always there is always stuff that you can, like, dude. If you have to eat fucking chicken and rice for the next 3 months in order to get to like 5K a month, like,
That's what
if
I'm
I told
saying.
you exactly, dude, there's like I was fortunate enough at the start of the year, because I went to school in South Africa, so that's where I live now.
Hmm.
And last year November I ended school, and my dad's a university professor, so he teaches at university, and he
Yeah,
was
same for
like,
me.
"You is he?"
Yeah.
So there again, I'm saying, like, dude, there's always a workaround. Like, if you have to eat chicken and rice for the next 5 months, 4 months, and I can, if you did that and you got to 5K a month, I guarantee it would be worth it for you. That's just something, like, just a way to kind of frame it. But you can see there I explain what my dad does. He says his dad does the same thing. Again, relatability. That's more of a sort of lucky thing. Like, not all of your your prospects' parents are going to do the same thing your parents do. But I will admit that that is lucky. It's another thing of relatability. But that's just the way the just the way the ball rolls. So you'll see how I kind of navigate through this. You can see when he actually starts thinking about it. I'll pinpoint that, and you can see it in his body language. And I knew exactly when the point is, that happens. So I'll stop and just tell you that, so you can look out for it on your sales calls. Oh, dude, fucking, I think we long lost twins, brother. But he was my dad was like, you're going to university, you're gonna get a degree, and then you're gonna get a job, and then you're gonna, and I was like, pop, ain't happening, dog. I'm sorry.
Bro, I've had the same conversations like 100 times by now.
Exactly. Here, this is where I think this is where I think the coffin was sealed, sort of, in terms of relatability. Like, this guy is so similar to me, like, genuinely. Like, I'm not just saying this for the video. Like, he is. Parents do the same thing. He's in the same position as I was, same age, pretty much, that I was when I started. So, like, I see myself in him, and I try and reiterate that multiple times. Dog, I don't know. It's fucking annoying. So I
Yeah.
told him, and I pulled it out of my ass. I convinced my dad. I was like, Dad, just give me 2023 to try and start an online business. And
Mhm.
somehow I managed to convince him. And then, fuck, met my coach. You still there?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
I
we
just
go.
had a problem with intro. Yeah.
Met my coach, and then just fucking balls to the wall, grinded it out, dude. So, like I said,
Yeah. So
we can, dude. It's up to you. Balls in your court.
yeah. So I mean,
This is that moment I was talking about earlier. This is the exact moment right here after I say balls in your court. This is where he really starts thinking about it. Okay, Amit, if you're watching this, I'm about to pick your brain and read your mind. Um, but this is where the tone of the call shifts from us being very funny and jokey to me, like trying to almost hard sell him, because I can help him out. I'm going to help him out. Like, Amit is part of the program now. He's in. You'll see how we managed to navigate all of his objections in a second. But I am going to help him. Like, he'll be probably one of my best case studies. Okay, and I genuinely mean that, because I see so much of myself in him. He's got the drive, he's got the motivation, he's got everything he needs to succeed. He just needs someone counting on him to light the fire under his ass in order to do it. So you'll see how the tone of everything shifts here. You'll see how his body language shifts. He doesn't talk as much. He's very quiet. He's like, he's thinking hard about this. And there's a very fine line between being salesy and convincing. Okay, so That's what I show here in the next couple of minutes. I think in about 20 minutes or so is when the actual close happens. So let's just keep on watching here and see what happens.
I think I can work with this. I'm hoping so. And with the fact that I know I can get clients like in a couple of months from now, so like the program's going to be paying by itself anyways.
So this is something that a lot of people do. Sorry to stop it so soon, but this is something a lot of people do. Is that like they want to do it and they're just trying to justify it for themselves. This is good news when you see this. Okay, so you can see what he said there is like, like I know I can get clients in a couple months. Like I know I can do that. So the program's gonna be paid for itself, and this is just them reassuring themselves, and it's true. Like he will. He's going to get clients. He's only just joined a couple of days ago. We had our onboarding call yesterday. Like he's got time. It's been a couple of days. But he will. Like I can tell you. I don't know what it is. I've just got a feeling. I've got like a little tingle. Not in a weird way, but like they reassure themselves and they try and they're trying to convince themselves that they can. They just want to hear it from themselves and they want to hear it from you. So we'll see that in a second.
So, I
And
mean,
content
I
ideas
can
and all of that is like, dude, that I know you struggle with it. I also struggled with it, but the way that we sort of break it down, and let me just give you a little overview of something. So this is what I do whenever someone's like on the edge, is I'll be like, yeah, so let me just show you like what you're actually gonna get, because I don't very rarely they actually pay without seeing anything. So here you're gonna see I'm gonna show him the Slack channel, I'm gonna show him the course, I'm gonna show him what he gets. If you ever hop on a sales call with me, you'll probably see this, and as soon as you pay and the contract signed and everything, then you'll get access to this. But this is just to help them visualize what they're going to get. Okay, they're not just getting nothing. And this is that first sort of like instant reward that they'll get as soon as the money hits the Stripe account. And we all love a good Stripe notification. I know we do. So this is like the client dashboards. Okay, so this is what you get. It's all hosted in Notion for now. Okay, so our one-on-one coaching calls, your action items after every single coaching call, and then the game plans, and then your links to all of your socials so that you can come in here, check it out. But this is what I wanted to show you was the content cadence. Okay, so this is what I use in let me show you my personal one as well.
Yeah, I use the same like template for my clients too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, obviously you run a content agency. Sorry. But yeah, this is like what I do. And then every time I get an idea, just pop it in here and then it just moves down the timeline. So I don't know, that could be valuable for you, just helping you create content ideas as well. But I think you've got a really interesting story as well. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think I can share that through social media. And yeah, I feel like I can work with this, either the 3K upfront or 250 a week. But I would
recommend taking the 250 a week, because then it's not just one big payment coming out and you don't stress it. The reason that I say this is because it's true. Like I would recommend doing that, especially in the situation that he's in, because for him to just do one big upfront investment would completely, kill his bank account. And I'm not saying that to insult him. I'm just saying that as it's a reality. And the reason that I told him that if he wants to join, he should take that is one, because it's one small amount and he gets access to everything straight up. Okay, so he gets access to everything for a fraction of the price of the pay in full, but also he gets to see the results as he goes. So 250, he'll still be paying weekly, but as he pays that, then clients will start coming in and the price of the program will start paying for itself, which is the first goal for every client. And that should be the first goal for you as well. If you run a service-based business or a coaching program or whatever, always get the quick instant results, and then get them the first results should be paying off the program, so they don't have to worry about that as much. And like I said, eventually as you start pulling in clients in like a month or two, then it pays for itself, because what you're doing now versus what we're going to be doing with the monthly recurring revenue models is every like you dude, if you aren't getting one client on a minimum of like 1,000 a month, then you've got to just take a step back and look at your prices, because that
Yeah.
should be the minimum that you're charging per client, you know. So
Hmm. Yeah. 1,000 you said, right?
sorry.
You said 1,000, the minimum for the client.
Oh yeah. Like, dude,
Hmm.
we're gonna be positioning your offer and your agency as a premium service. So, and charging
Hmm.
anything less than 1,000 is like off the books.
It's not even
So
worth it. Yeah.
technically, you just have to get one client, and then it's
Right.
just paid for. So if I give you 30 days from now, and I gave you access to the course and my coaching and everything for free, do you think you would get one client at least if you did everything every day that I
Yeah.
told you to?
Yeah. The thing is that I'm sure that I can get clients because honestly, I know that I'm good at sales. I don't
Oh.
know why, but I just have this gut feeling that I'm good at sales because I've seen it, like the way that I can convince people, I can persuade people into, also my clients. I mean,
Mhm.
uh like the first client that I got, like the crypto mentor,
Mhm.
he wasn't gonna do anything. Like he was just trying to get me for editing. But
The
like I've tried
program.
to convince him. Yeah, I tried to convince him to become my crypto mentor, and it's been amazing. I mean, I don't regret that at all. So I don't think I have problem in sales. I think I can
Okay.
charge higher than this if I get uh like a good, what do you call it, like a package basically.
Yeah.
And my only problem is the personal brand right now. Right now, my only problem is the personal brand and client acquisition. That's it.
Well, dude, you've got like everything you need, especially with the coaching. But if I just give you an insight here, program, client acquisition, there's all of
Mm-hmm.
these. I'm recording today. My voice is almost gone. And then the biggest thing, once we get up to the point where you can spend at least $30 a day on ads, then this is everything that I'm going to run you through, dude. There's such a
Mm-hmm.
high level overview. Um, and obviously everything else, the mindset, sales. I know that you said you're good at sales, but it's always just good to sort of,
Yeah,
gain
honestly,
access and more info.
I don't mind like learning more because
Yeah,
there is always
dude,
more to
we
learn.
all
Yeah.
we're all learning together, especially from that. I hate calling it a course because it just sounds so like ugh. But
Yeah, it
in the
sounds like
in that, it sounds like
dream
I'm
selling, you know? Yeah, you're
exactly,
like
but
selling dreams.
exactly, that's what it feels like, and I hate that because I'm not.
Yeah.
But the thing with the course is that there's new modules being added like every single day. There's things being taken out, things that I'm learning,
Mm-hmm.
because essentially the way that I like to think of it is because I pay my coach a fuck ton of money. Okay, because like I said, me and Julian have the same coach, but I pay him like a fraction of what he pays his coach, and his coach has so much knowledge. It's like unbelievable. His coach does like, I think, 100,000 a month, and he's done over 7 million in the past couple of years as well. So it's like,
Damn.
the way that I like to think of it is that I pay my coach. I not only get access to his knowledge, but I get access to his coach's knowledge, because anything that he learns from him,
Mm-hmm.
it's getting
I
passed
see.
down.
Yeah.
So that's what you're. So here, what I'm doing is I'm just stacking value. Like I'm saying, like, dude, if you're gonna pay me, you're gonna be paying a fraction of what I pay my coach. You're gonna be paying a fraction of what he pays his coach. He probably has a coach as well. His coach's coach probably has a coach as well. So it's a chain of knowledge. You're getting access to me, my knowledge with the agency, him with his knowledge, his coach with his knowledge. Like, you get access to all of this stuff for just a fraction of the price. So that's it's just value stacking, adding more value, giving him access to even more, like more than he thinks he needs. Because there is a fine line between having too much knowledge and having not enough. But I'm saying just below that line of giving him all the knowledge that he needs to succeed without overclouding his brain. So that's just a thing there. Essentially getting from me as well. But dude, it sounds like you just gotta you say you're good at sales, you say you can get clients in the next 30 days. Say the only thing between now and where you want to be
Yeah.
is you. What do you say, my man?
So I will still like stay connected. I will be in touch with you for about this because
So this is another thing. This is where I was like, for fuck's sakes, like, because you'll see what I tell them in a moment. But I basically say that like people say that and then they never get back in touch, and people will be like, oh, I'm gonna go do the laundry now, and oh, let me just do this thing, and then 3 days later it's still not done. So at this point I was like, fuck, come on, dude, like, come on, we're so close, and I can sense that. So we'll see how I navigate this in just a second. But that was just another caveat that I had to navigate around. So Omid, if you're watching this, you put me through hell, brother. But I hope you guys learn from this.
I feel like I can afford this, but I don't want to just do it as like like behind my parents' back, and then like if it doesn't work, but I feel like it would. So like I don't think I'm actually risking it that much,
Dude, you're
but
not
at the same
risking
time,
anything because can I explain something? The fact that the biggest thing for me when I got a coach wasn't because he taught me how to run an agency and get clients and all of that. The biggest mindset shift that he helped me was changing my beliefs of what is actually possible in this world. My coach is 21 years old. He's just gotten married. He's bought a house. He's making upwards of 80 to $90,000 a month at like 80% profit margins. Like, dude, if you would have told me that 2 years
that's a
ago, I would
lot.
have been like, fuck you, like, shut up, go away. So
Yeah,
the
it's not
biggest
even
change for
possible.
me, exactly, dude, it doesn't
Yeah.
sound possible, and even now I bet you thinking you're like, full of shit, bullshit. Like, dude,
Yeah.
the biggest thing for you, I genuinely think, will be shifting your beliefs of what is actually possible in this world. Because for me, if you would have told
Mm.
me a year ago that I was going to be making $10,000 a month in revenue with an agency, I would have told you to get the fuck out of my face, and I would have ran, been like, who's this crazy person? But the fact that now that I see it's possible and that I'm surrounded by these people that are doing like 30K, 40K, 50K a month consistently, and you know, it's like it's a reality shift. It genuinely changes your perception
It is.
on life, dude. Like I don't want to sound woo woo meditation bullshitty, but it does. It changes your perception on what you believe is possible. And for me personally, that was my biggest thing. And I think that that's what would be the biggest thing for you as well, as being surrounded and being, having access to someone that is exactly where you want to be.
Hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. I think I can afford this, and but like I just like need a little bit of time, just to try to.
Like here, he's like 99.9999999. He needs like 0.0001% more. And we'll see how I do that in a second. But this is like how I navigated the objections. And you can see here, sort of the next thing that I put into perspective for him. So just look here.
To convince my parents, it sounds like such a childish excuse, but
Well,
it's true
dude,
because
sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, because I mean, if it was my money, bro, I would have paid it like 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago if it was my own money. Yeah. But uh since it's not mine and I 100% have to pay it back.
Well, do you
I d-
do you, do your parents give you an allowance now every month?
so yeah, I have money on my own, yeah.
Okay, so they give you that money to spend on like rent and food and going out and all of that, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking about.
So if you just rather than putting that money towards going out and eating food and partying and clubbing, what difference does it
I swear to
make
God, I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. Yeah.
yeah, like mashallah, brother. But like so there again, just a little comment, loosen it up, not take off pressure, but here's like here's where I go in for the kill. what's the difference between them giving you like however much they give you and you putting it
I
towards
know,
something
I know.
better that's gonna better yourself? It's I don't want to say it, technically it's your money, you know.
It is. So yeah, if I want to get it, how would be the process to like
Dude, we'll get
pay it
you.
on a monthly?
I'll boom, there it is. Nail in the coffin. That's when I know that he's sold. When he asks like what's the next steps. Um, you'll see here a couple minutes, send the link. But that is it. That's the nail in the coffin. That is when I knew that it was a done deal. Um, so you know, yeah, let's just see how the rest of the call goes. I'll send you a link right now on the call. You'll pay the first link, the first amount, which will be 250. Then every week it'll just
Mm-hmm.
automatically debit your card. I'll send you the contract. It's not a contract. Like if you don't pay, I'm not going to sue you and come and find you. It's a digital handshake. It's you giving me
Mm-hmm.
your word that you are going to take action on the steps that I give you. Okay. So get the payment link, contract signed, and then from there it is just a matter of getting you onboarded. So next week I don't work on weekends, so we'll schedule an onboarding call, and then the onboarding call is an hour. We'll get you onboarded into Slack so you can communicate with me and the other guys. And then we'll get you onboarded into the Notion course. You'll get access to everything like that. And then we'll schedule another call after that, which will be our first one-on-one coaching call. So onboarding call would be on Monday, coaching call would probably be on Tuesday. And then from there on the coaching call, we'll map out the next 30 days for you and see what that looks like. And give you like actionable steps that you must take, like daily steps that you must do no matter what. And I'm gonna keep you accountable to that. Like I'm not fucking around, dude. This is like big time, big boy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a beard. It's time to take action, dog.
Yeah. I see. So, I mean, send me the link. I try my best to. I think I will. Yeah.
We can do it now
Yeah.
on the call, dude. It takes
Hmm.
5 seconds.
Yeah, because the problem is that I'm not sure about it. I mean, maybe if I do it like in a couple of weeks that I'm like less busy for
I don't
college
wanna
and
I don't wanna take it away from you, but the amount of times that I have heard that from people,
yeah,
and the amount of times that we say that to ourselves, it's like,
I
yeah, dude,
swear.
just like give me a couple of weeks. Like even to yourself, you'll be like, you said you like to go to the gym, but like, let's say, oh, like I've got to film videos today. Like I'll do it in a couple of hours, and then it's like 8 p.m. and you're like, oh shit, oh well, I'll do it tomorrow, and then it's 3 days later and you haven't done anything. I said this at the start, dude. The
Right.
only the only thing I'm exactly where you want to be in the next 6 months. And there it is. That is the close that I was talking to you guys about earlier. That is the line that I use. That is something that I use to kind of seal the deal. I'm sorry, I said that the deal was sealed, like the coffin was closed a couple minutes ago. I got mistaken on where we were. But that is the line that I really use to drive the sale forward and move the call forward. Is that if the call isn't moving forward, if you don't have a plan for the call, like um, if you don't have a like intro chit chat program, find out their problems and then pitch, and then like if you don't have a schedule, the call just stays where it is and it never moves forward. The goal is to go from here, okay, to here. There you go. From here to here, okay. From intro, getting to know each other, finding out their problems, to them paying on the link on the sales call. That is the whole timeline. If you're not moving forward and you're staying still, you aren't progressing, then the chances of you getting the close are extremely low, close to zero. I've never had a close like that. Or only times I've had closes on calls is when the things are moving forward. So keep moving the call forward. This is another thing that I use to just nudge it forward, give it that little extra push, and you'll see in a second here how that helps. Okay. The only thing that is holding you back is taking action and just pulling the trigger and saying fuck it.
Hmm.
You know. And the thing, I don't know if you saw one of the videos on my page. Okay. Yes, this is costing you money now. Yes, I agree.
Hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, okay, if you still haven't invested in a program, not even. So here I'm just giving him a macro perspective of everything and the consequences of him, not joining, just to kind of hammer home and again drive the call forward. Just give it that little extra nudge. Even like 6 months down the line, if you're still where you're currently at, versus if you invested in someone that could teach you how to get to where you want to be, you're not only losing the money, okay, you're not losing the money, you're losing the knowledge that you would otherwise have gained, because the knowledge that
Right.
I'm going to pass on to you from my coach and the knowledge that I'm giving you from my personal experience, the earning potential on that is, it outweighs the cost for this program by like hundreds of thousands of dollars, so that's the way that I like to think of it now, is especially when I'm investing in like a new microphone or a pair of headphones or like a computer or something like that, or especially a coaching program. Because I just yesterday I renewed with my coach, so I locked in $350 a week for the next 6 months, because I know that he's gotten me from where I was in January to now, and now that I've launched this new offer, teaching and helping other people how to do it, it's inevitable that I don't succeed. And the knowledge
Yeah,
that it
that's
would
true.
cost me otherwise is invaluable. So
So yeah, thanks a lot for explaining all of that. Uh, you said if I pay it weekly, it turns out 4K. So like
yeah, yeah. So it'll, because it's a 16-week program,
it's a
250 a
16
week.
week, and yeah.
Yeah. So it is more expensive
Hmm.
than paying in full, but I wouldn't recommend paying in
Yeah,
full, especially in your situation now,
yeah. The thing
because
is that now that I'm thinking about it, if I pay it weekly, and if I get like a couple of clients in like the first couple of months, it's gonna, I think it's gonna be better than 3K.
so here again, what he's doing, as he did earlier, is just trying to convince himself of it, can reassure himself, and that's okay. Like I do that with almost everything that I buy. Like fuck, this burger's like $15, but it's going to be good. It's just a stupid example, but a lot of people do this. Nothing wrong with it. Everybody does it, but just reassuring himself again, which is what you want to hear.
Upfront.
Yeah, no, paying weekly is by far everyone that I've like closed now has chosen weekly, because the way that I explain it is that if you pay upfront now, okay, if you get 1,000, if you pay 3K upfront, you have to get one client at $1,000 a month, and you only earn that back 3 or 4 months down the line. Now, if you're paying weekly, you get one client, and your monthly cost for a program is covered. Everything up from that is pure profit, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And it also
So
gives you a bit more incentive.
yeah,
It's like I've seen, especially myself, I paid up front once, and you have like the first week you're like, fuck yes, this is like I'm gonna be Iman Gadzi by the time this is finished. Fuck him. And then you
yeah,
go and it's like, oh, like you slow down and then you lose motivation. But if you have that
yeah,
weekly
that's true.
recurring thing, and you see like, fuck, I've got to work my ass off. I'm gonna take action and actually take the steps that he's given me. Like, dude, if you do everything over the course of 4 months that I give you, if you take action every single day, okay, maybe not Sundays. If you take action every single day, it is next to impossible that you don't succeed. It's like if you were to send 100 emails every single day to your exact ideal client, and you had the best outreach script possible, and you did that for a year, the chance of you not getting a client are next to none. You know, so, and dude, if I'm being quite honest, it's a bargain. So you just
Yeah, it
gotta,
is.
dude, come
Yeah, I
on,
mean,
you got to do it.
yeah, I do. So like, yeah, if you can just send me a link or something.
There we go. If you can just send me the link, that'll be cool. nail in the coffin, deal is closed, pushed him over the edge and got it there. And the reason that I was striving so hard is because he's going to be successful. Like, he will. Like, if he's trying to do this now at his age, and I know he's only a year younger than me, but if he's trying to do this now at his age, like I was, like, it's impossible that he doesn't succeed. Like, it literally is. Even if he takes only small bits of action every single day, like, he will succeed. It might take more time, but if he does everything, like, every single day that I tell him to do, like, he will succeed. And that's why I wanted to push him over the edge, is because, for him to get to that point of being comfortable, being able to, tell his parents, like, oh, like, I'm making a lot of money, but I still have to stay in college. Like, the goal is to get him to drop out of college because he's making so much money. To the point where it just doesn't make sense anymore. That is the goal. Obviously, I don't, recommend anyone just drop out of college if making a lot of money. I'm not trying to say that, but like, that's the thing. If you could just send me the link, nail in the coffin. Like, you should want to sell these people because you want to help them so badly. That's my motivation, and that should be your motivation too. So let's just see how this continues for a second here. Yeah, we'll do that now. Let's do it, brother. I promise you, brother.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it. I don't look at this. I don't look at this as losing money or anything. So,
dude, like I said, I'll send you the link to that video on Instagram afterwards. Okay. The knowledge, like, in total, this is going to cost you $4,000. Yes, but if you don't do this, what is that going to cost you 6 months down the line when you don't have this knowledge? Because the knowledge and the expertise that I'm going to give you, it increases your earning capacity by 10 times.
right.
So I promise you, dude, the best decision you've ever made. And if I can help you shift the belief in your mind that, money is everywhere. Like, the fucking chair you're sitting on is probably like $100. That chain around your neck. So from here on out, you can see that there's still quite a lot of time left. I think there's about 25 minutes or so. But I sort of explain. We just sort of chit chat now for a little bit. He pays the first invoice, signs a contract, books an onboarding call, and does everything. So that is a very long, high-level training. I don't think many of you are going to watch till the end, but if you did, well done. Hope you took notes, because it is genuinely going to help you if you do this. It's a framework that I use for all calls. Once again, I don't really try and sell people unless I have to. I just like having conversations and then giving them a solution. If they don't take it, then it's their loss. I don't really care. I'm just trying to help people out, make some money, make the world a better place. As cliche as that sound, and I know that everybody says that, but that's true. So if you don't want to believe it, get fucked. If you do, thank you, I appreciate it. But if you watch to the end, well done. This is probably one of the hardest closes that I've ever had. Omid, you're gonna crush it, my man. If you're watching this, I hope you are. Otherwise, I'm gonna shit on you as your coach and your mentor. But you're going to crush it, man. It's going to take time. I promise you. If you're not in the program, if you're just watching this on YouTube as a sales training, it's going to take time. It'll take effort. It will take work. It's not going to be easy. I'm not guaranteeing any results, because I can give you the roadmap. Like, you can go on YouTube and find literally how to build $100 million business. It's easy. The information is out there. Everything you need to succeed in any endeavor in life is out there. But very little people have the ability to filter through hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of useless YouTube videos to find that one golden gem that actually helps him and propels him forward in life. And that's what coaching and mentoring actually allows you to do. Okay, I'm not selling any secrets to success. I'm not selling anything. I'm going to be putting up every single thing that you need to do to succeed on this YouTube channel. And the reason for that is because, one, yes, it's going to nurture people, hopefully get them to join my program. But two, I genuinely hope this is the case. I hope that people watch it and take action on it without having to pay me anything. Because if my free advice that I'm giving out is helping people succeed, then can you just imagine what the paid advice I'm giving out is? And that's the way I view it. So if you did watch this, thank you very much. If you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, or if you're part of the program, shoot me a DM on Slack if you have any questions at any point. This was a very in-depth, very high-level overview of sales, things that I do every time on a sales call in order to get the close and get the deal. But like I said, just be yourself. Biggest thing is be yourself, be genuine, actually want to help them, not just try and sell them. Because if you want to try and help them, you will give them what they need in order to succeed. And that's something I do on my calls. Like, even if you hop on a sales call with me, I'm going to give you the plan you need to succeed. You can take action on it. You can pay me. I don't really care. If you succeed, I'll be happy for you. If you don't, I gave you everything you needed. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments, or shoot me a DM on Instagram, or shoot me a DM on Slack if you're in the program. If you want to join the program or get more information about it, just DM me on Instagram. My Instagram will be the first thing in the bio. And yeah, that's about it. So let me know if you guys need anything, and I am happy to help. So thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.